Alright, so I'm going to show how to open up this DELL Inspiron. Let me see the model. This is a Inspiron 15-3000. I'll have to look up the exact model later. But anyways, we're going to remove all the screws from the bottom. So there's one here. Sorry, these are screws from a MacBook I'm working on. So we'll remove this screw. Well, it looks like the screws actually stay attached to the cover. At least that one does. So just undo them until they stop coming out. Alright, just like that. Alright, that screw comes out. Keep track of the screws because they are different size, shapes, and lengths. You don't want to get them mixed up. So far, this screw is the shortest one. Alright. You have to be careful because I do have the screws there, so I'm not going to push the computer all the way back. Okay. Alright, so we got all of that. Then what we're going to do, again, these 3 screws towards the back stay in place. We're going to open the screen, do it slowly and carefully because now the screws for the hinge, there's less. And then what you want to do is in this little gap here, you can get your fingernails or a pry tool and then use your thumb on the back and then push on it just like this. Okay, this is how you pull the cover off. Alright, let me see if I can do this while it's in view of the camera. So just like this. Alright, a lot of people tell me to cut my nails, but I find this is the easiest way to open up computers. So why make my life harder just so people can see short nails? Alright, so there we go, just like that. Once you pop all the clips up, you can kind of lift this up. You might have to wiggle this part back here around. Let's see if we can pull this out as well. Okay, it looks like the back clips are a little bit stuck as well, so you might have to pull that up. Okay, and then kind of wiggle this as you kind of lift it. Just like this. Go on the other side, same thing. Wiggle it as you lift it, and there we go. We got the cover off just like that. So this is a relatively new computer. I think the customer said only like 6 months old, but it's running slow. It looks like there's only 1 stick of RAM here. I was going to upgrade the RAM, but looks like we're limited, so we're going to have to just find a larger stick of this type of RAM. The battery here is YRDD6, so if you need to replace that, you can. They have a slot here for a 2.5-inch SATA hard drive, so if you want, you can upgrade this with a 2.5-inch SATA SSD, or you can get a larger M.2 PCIe NVMe SSD to replace here, and then you can use the full length instead of this metal bracket to use this short SSD. Alright, the type of RAM here, let's see, is PC4 2666V. It's a very common type of RAM. Oh, somebody's car alarm's going off. So they do sell this in 8 gig, 16 gigs, and I don't know if they do a 32 gig size stick, but they do have 16 gig size sticks. So if you wanted to upgrade, you can upgrade to larger 16 gigs if you want. And then you got the CMOS or the BIOS battery here. To remove that, you just use a screwdriver or something. You push it down and then you can lift it up. I don't want to take it out because it'll reset the BIOS. Got the keyboard connector here. There's a keyboard backlight connector here, but there's no actual cable, so this doesn't have the backlit keyboard. I believe that's the trackpad. And then this cable, I think, is just going over here to this USB board. Okay, I think I opened one of these earlier. Then you got the fan here. It looks like you can take it out by just taking out these screws, and this connector comes out like all the other ones. You just grab it with your fingernails or pry tools or whatever you use, and you kind of just wiggle it as you pull it out and it'll come out. This is LCD or LVDS connector. If you mess with this, make sure that you disconnect the battery, open up the computer, and press and hold the power button for 10 to 15 seconds. If you don't, you can actually fry your computer by trying to pull that out. And then this looks like the power button connector here. And yeah, that's pretty much all there is. The wireless card is here. I got a whole bunch of videos on that. Then you got the charge port here. Okay, so that's pretty much it. The customer's waiting outside, so I'm going to put it back together. I didn't mention, but the speaker connector is right there. But that's pretty much all I'm going to show on here. So hopefully this video helps you guys. If it did, please like and subscribe. Help others find my videos. thank you for watching. Yeah, this was more just a quick look inside, quick how to open it, because my customer is waiting outside to get their computer back. All right, so I'm gonna just put the screws back in. Okay, I have to be careful with those screws. Make sure all the clips are in all the way. There you go. Just like that. Tighten in that screw. Alright, after I put in all the screws, I'm going to flip it over and then check to make sure all the clips are in place, because sometimes it doesn't clip in properly if you just squeeze it together. And also if you put too much force while it's closed like this, you can damage the screen. So you want to be careful with that. I think I did one of these models earlier because I remember it was like this and you can't remove the, or there's, it looks like it was designed for a CD drive, but it doesn't actually have one on this model. So anyways, let's flip this over. Double check. So here you want to check the seam, make sure it's all flush. And if it's not, just push it back together. Okay, so everything looks good here. Alright, so that's pretty much it. Again, thanks for watching. Hopefully this video helped you guys. If it did, like, subscribe, help others find my videos. If you have questions on this, if it's not answered by the video, I might not actually know the answer. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!